There are sounds you hear with your ears, and there are sounds you feel somewhere deeper. A low vibration in an empty room, a distant hum at night, a frequency that triggers sadness without explanation, a song that unlocks memories you thought were gone forever. Certain sounds seem to bypass logic entirely. They enter directly through emotion. Ancient civilizations believed sound could alter consciousness, shape matter, and open doors between worlds. Modern civilization calls this superstition, and yet, human consciousness still reacts to frequencies it does not fully understand. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight's recovered file examines one of the strangest forces hidden beneath ordinary reality: the silent frequency, the possibility that consciousness is constantly responding to vibrations beyond conscious perception. Across the world, thousands of people report hearing something known simply as the hum, a low-frequency droning sound often described as distant machinery, electrical vibration, underground engines, pressure inside the skull. Most people never hear it, but those who do often become obsessed with it. The strange part is not merely the sound itself, it is the emotional effect. People report anxiety, sleeplessness, dread, pressure, altered emotional states. Scientists suggest industrial systems, electromagnetic interference, or low-frequency environmental noise, but some cases occur far from cities, far from power systems, far from obvious explanation, and beneath the scientific theories remains a more unsettling question. What if certain frequencies affect human consciousness, whether we consciously hear them or not? Human hearing has limits, but reality does not. Infrasound refers to frequencies below normal human hearing range. You may not consciously hear them, yet the body still responds. Studies have linked infrasound exposure to fear, nausea, chills, paranoia, shadow perception, feelings of presence. Some researchers believe certain haunted locations may contain naturally occurring infrasound caused by underground movement, architecture, wind resonance, industrial vibration. In other words, some paranormal experiences may begin as unseen frequencies altering perception itself. But ancient cultures may have understood this intuitively long before science measured it. Why were rituals built around drums, chants, resonant chambers, echoing temples? Perhaps because vibration changes consciousness, not symbolically, physically. Many ancient sacred structures possess extraordinary acoustic properties. Cathedrals, temples, burial chambers, stone circles. Whispers travel impossibly far. Voices echo unnaturally. Certain tones create physical sensation inside the body. Some researchers believe ancient builders intentionally designed spaces to amplify resonance, because sound does something strange to human awareness. Think about music. A sequence of invisible vibrations can trigger grief, create transcendence, awaken memory, alter identity, produce tears without explanation. Why? Because consciousness appears deeply tied to frequency. Music bypasses logic and enters emotion directly. It reaches layers of the self-language struggles to touch. Perhaps ancient civilizations viewed sound not merely as entertainment, but as technology for altering perception. Certain songs instantly transport people through time, one melody and suddenly, a forgotten childhood returns, a lost relationship, a specific room, a version of yourself buried decades beneath memory. Why does sound unlock memory more powerfully than almost anything else? Neuroscience suggests music strongly connects to emotional encoding, but the effect feels deeper than recall. It feels like temporary resurrection. Perhaps memory itself exists vibrationally, not only stored as information, but as emotional resonance. This may explain why ancient traditions used chanting, singing, repetitive tones, harmonic vibration, to preserve identity across generations. Sound carries emotional structure through time, and perhaps certain frequencies can awaken parts of consciousness modern life keeps dormant. Modern civilization is saturated with noise, notifications, traffic, advertisements, streaming audio, constant stimulation. True silence has become rare, and perhaps that is intentional, because beneath artificial noise, another layer becomes easier to notice, a quieter frequency, a deeper resonance beneath ordinary life. Ancient mystics often retreated into caves, deserts, mountains, and silence before profound experiences occurred. Not because silence creates hallucination, but because silence reveals what constant noise suppresses. The machine thrives on fragmentation of attention. Frequency requires sustained awareness, stillness, presence. Perhaps this is why certain moments feel spiritually overwhelming. Standing beneath cathedral echoes, hearing distant chanting, listening to waves at night. For brief moments, human consciousness re-enters resonance with something older than language itself. Perhaps reality is not built from objects alone. Perhaps it is built from vibration, a field of frequencies interacting constantly beneath perception. Some frequencies calm us, some terrify us, some awaken memory, some alter consciousness entirely. And perhaps the veil does not speak through words, perhaps it speaks through resonance. This would explain why certain sounds feel ancient, why some music feels almost supernatural, why silence itself can become overwhelming. The modern world teaches people to trust only what they can clearly see. But sound reminds us, invisible forces shape human experience constantly. Every emotion, every memory, every moment of awe, all vibration, and somewhere beneath the noise of modern life, the silent frequency continues humming quietly beneath reality itself, waiting for someone to listen closely enough to hear it again. Next time on the Veil Archives, why do certain faces feel familiar before we have ever met them? The psychology of recognition, archetypes, and the terrifying possibility that some encounters are not happening for the first time. The next recovered file, the Echo People.